Alrighty, folks. Let us get into the first of the rounds here for the XP League Gold teams. We've got the Marvels and the Eagles coming through. Looks like the Eagles are having a tough time. Oh, no, looks like the Eagles are in. Looks like the Eagles were actually able to finally get in, but they are on a different stream than us. A different game as well. So we'll check them out as we get into it. But right now we see the Marvels Gold playing here. As well as here's the Eagles already getting in a fight. Clutch MJ. Is that an NPC? Or are they just fighting? As Neon Ridge and LMG King as well in the fight. Swim is there, but just not able to make it through, it looks like. And a bunch of fights. Clutch MJ is on it, though. As well as if we go right back down to J-Maker, able to get an elimination, is going to pick up and resurrect one of the teams. Oh, unfortunate there. We've got J-Maker already getting a res off onto Nightmare, it looks like. Not able to get Nightmare in here right now, but it does look like J-Maker is able to get in there with that. Oh, I might have misinterpreted that for the Eagles game at the very least here. It looks like the Eagles just dropped down now, so they were just fighting there. As now we have Swim, Clutch MJ, Neon Ridge, and LMG King all good to go. And so we have both sides here playing their darndest, getting the set up. So we have the Eagles set up over here, as well as the Marvels getting all set up here, ready to go. Alrighty. So as we see here, we will be seeing both teams kind of getting set up to ready to go. Always getting that going. So we're going to keep an eye on both teams as they are gearing up, getting materials, getting ready to kick butt. We'll see what they can do. Oh, and as I say that, it does look like the Eagles are in a fight here as they are getting ready. LMG King pushing up, gets the elimination off onto a player there. Neon Ridge able to help him out, gets a quick elimination onto what looks like to be the whole squad, which is a huge boon in favor of the Eagles there. As they are in it. The Eagles getting elimination, very big for the Eagles. Let's move on back over to the Marvels as they set up there. Oh, is Hexe doing something here? It looks like he's trying to do some build glitch, possibly. Just not able to do it. We'll keep an eye on them. I'll be right. Oh, J-Maker though. J-Maker though. Getting a crate. Has a gold P90, it looks like. That's going to be big. But it does look like J-Maker is off on his own, on his lonesome here with the car. The car is going to allow him to be a little bit safe there and get back to the team really quickly. But it is quite dangerous to be on your own. And we do see Taco Time even. Oh, never mind. Taco Time is with team, so that's all good to see. I'll be right back as we get some quick setup here. All right, we're back. It does look like J-Maker is on the prowl. The Marvel's on the prowl here as they are fighting through a couple players. It does look like they got an elimination, question mark? Just came back here, making sure that we had Nightmare, but fortunately we're going to get him back next round. And so we Alrighty. So it did look like the team, the Marvels were did get a fight there, possibly. I'm not sure. It might have been an NPC. But now Hexy 1X pushing through up to the top there. Getting ready to fight the good fight. Let's check on over to the Eagles here. Oh wait, never mind. I just saw them getting in a fight. Hexy 1X is in a fight. We have to check this out now. As now the Hexy 1X is on the prowl. I think the team is just about getting back to him. Now yes, looks like the Marvels are in a fight using some grenades to propel themselves up to the top there, and allow them to get onto an advantageous position. Has to edit to get through. Trying to push up as much as possible to get up to there. I want to remind you that the Eagles and the Marvels are on different matches, so they're not going to be able to see each other. But it does look like the Marvels end up being in a pretty great position here and start the bounce house. Able to rocket themselves away and get away from that. Gets the chili. Allows Taco Time to run faster. And I guess there was not much of a fight then. Maybe it was some NPC. I think that's where the boss is. They could have either gotten some good materials from that boss, or they could have just maybe I misinterpreted that there. But as we move on, we're gonna keep checking out the different teams as they are getting up their materials. Let's check out the Eagles now. Like, they do have a truck all together. Looks like they're getting ready to roll on out. Neon Ridge and LMG King, along with Clutch MJ and Swim. Possibly, yeah, Swim is in the game. I'm just not in the truck, it seems. Maybe they're coming to pick them up or something. As they're, yep, looks like they're just here to pick them up or knock them around, maybe. Looks like now the Eagles have a full team and are ready to roll out, ready to fight the good fight in their designated areas as they're pushing through. Oh, and as I'm saying that, I'm getting wind of a fight over at the Marvels side. Hexy1X is outside of the storm, but manages to get back with a clever use of that grenade. J-Maker goes down, but the team is around him, able to get through. Hexy1X is trying to get back in the fight. Propels himself up, uses that build to keep him going. J-Maker has not been finished, so the elimination is still not live. And is actually going to get rezzed off, it seems, by Nightmare. This is going to be big for J-Maker. Oh, and it looks like Nightmare is trolling just a little bit, trying to keep him up. As does look like Hexy1X Taco Time have it covered. And now J-Maker is back up, ready to roll. Team is ready. But I don't know if I didn't see if they caught the elimination there. They could have got the elimination, but I didn't quite see it. I'm not quite sure if the team retreated that they were fighting, or if they were able to get the wipe onto them. Or it is possible that the Marvels were doing a little bit of damage to themselves, playing around. And we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, we do see that the Eagles on the other side of town are starting to move into a fight. At the very least, coming at it from range, we got LMG King. Looks like a explosive round on that. Along with Neon Ridge, using those bow and arrows to keep them at range. Clutch MJ as well. And so they're going to be trying to fight LMG King, not in a very great way here. As he's using that low ground potential here. So that's possible that just not able to do it. That could even be Swim. I'm not quite sure. There what seemed to be some technical issues on the Eagles side. Looks like Neon Ridge does go down though, and that's, oh wait, never mind, does not go down, gets picked up. I thought he was down. But in the other side, we do have the Marvels in their own fight as well, quickly building up. Hexy1X on the aggressive, J-Maker getting cover fired upon, and Taco Time finding the knockdown onto the team, onto the enemy squad, and J-Maker has to retreat into his building. Hexy1X does get eliminated, but Taco Time kind of come in for the finish. In the meantime, I'm catching wind that the LMG King did go down, unfortunately, but Neon Ridge and Clutch MJ are still alive. Keeping an eye on the Marvels, though. They are in the thick of a massive fight here, as now the Marvels coming through, trying to use that concussive arrow to knock him away, but now needs to get back into the from the storm. as they go through now. And let's quick check back in with the Eagles, as it does look like it is just Clutch MJ on his own, trying to keep the team alive and keep the dream going. It does look like the enemy team is retreating there, though. And so he's going to keep rushing onto that as the fire is burning around him. It's going to do some damage, but he looks like he's in a advantageous position with that high ground. He's going to try to fire some shots, but has to be very careful. It does look like now Clutch MJ and Swim are still out there alive, but Clutch MJ is on the aggressive. And it does look, if we go back quick to the to Marvels, it looks like they were eliminated. I didn't quite catch it because the excitement of the Eagles got to go back and forth, and they're getting exciting at the same time. It's so unfortunate for the streamer Caster Cursed, but it does look like Clutch MJ as well as Swim is on the offensive. Swim just going down. Clutch MJ trying to find it here. Has to box up to avoid some of that damage, but rockets himself away to find a different position away from the fight so that he might be able to get that arrow shots in there. Finds a knock, is able to get that, and now needs to finish it off for the point. But it does look like Swim is still down. We'll see if they're able to get through. Can get the res, possibly get the reboot, and maybe the reboot card is down. I'm not sure. Can't really tell from this angle. But Clutch MJ is coming in clutch here as he's pushing through. Is able to get the reboot card, so it does look like they finished off the elimination. Is going to push through to try to at least, at the very least, get that reboot. And is kind of playing a little sneaky here in this final, one of the final circles. Very tough indeed. Has to push around. You navigate around these buildings that the enemy teams have placed. As they get through, sounds like they're healing. Can possibly find an elimination using that fire arrow. Unfortunately for them, stone is not very flammable. It does look like it is actually taking damage. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't play Fortnite. But it looks like it is taking damage as they're going through. Trying to stay hidden using that crouch. Gets a big shotgun blast onto the enemy team. But unfortunately goes down as he is sorely outnumbered. And places fourth and falls to the Falls Church team. Very well played from the Eagles. And we'll be right back for the next setup. For that, stick around and we'll be ready to rumble. Let's go. Alrighty, folks, we're getting right back into the next round. The Eagles are just about ready to set up, but the Marvels are just about to drop on in. So let's get a quick check-in on them as they drop down into the second round of the Fortnite match. I don't think I introduced myself. I'm Cody. I'm your caster, your commissioner, and an all-around cool dude, I would like to think. But as we see the Marvels coming down, trying to get that loot. Been a beautiful couple days out here in Madison. It's really great to see all these kids coming out and playing some awesome games on these beautiful days, playing as a team, getting some fresh air as they walk on out into our dojo. I want to remind everyone this is the second round, and so it's going to be best of the 2 rounds. Also, Fortnite coming to an end here, as this is the second to last week for our first match. So we'll have this week, we'll have next week, and that'll be the end of the Fortnite season. We'll come back for another one after regionals have finished. And so we had our Mayak teams. We had regionals coming out. It was a wonderful event to have everyone come out to the Madison Area Youth Esports Championship. We'll be using that as our as like the tryout for our all-star regional teams. And so we're really excited to be a part of that and possibly have the chance to go all the way to nationals out in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's gonna be in August though, so let's take it one step at a time. As I'm saying that, it does look like J-Maker did go down to it looks like J-Maker went down due to one of the raptors, those strong creatures. See if we can fix. It looks like Nightmare's perspective is just not cooperating right now, and so we're gonna try to fix that real quick for him as we try to reset it. It looks like Nightmare's perspective just not cooperating with us, and so we'll see if we can fix that. It looks like probably some trouble there. But it looks like J-Maker got back up, which is wonderful to see. But what was I saying? We got the Mayak tournament coming out. Great to have. But we also have the regionals coming up. We got nationals coming up. Got a lot of amazing things for that. And so we're excited to be a part of that. As the season kind of wraps up. It does now look like the Eagles are finally getting into their next match. So we'll see how they're going to do. It does look like it came in just a little late, so we'll see how that goes as we set up for the silver game coming up soon. But as of now, we're checking out the gold team in their quest to conquer the Fortnite map. So, to kind of finish up my conversation about the season, right? We were almost done with the Fortnite season. Got this week, next week, and an award ceremony to go to for the players. Probably won't be streaming that, but a good time for the players to reminisce about the rest of the season and see how that goes. And so we're excited to be a part of that. If you're interested in signing up for another Fortnite season, shoot us an email. Get in contact with us so that we can get you a part of this good Fortnite season. And so we'll see how that goes. We're looking forward to another season. Gonna be our third season for Fortnite, going to be our first season of Rocket League as well. So if you're interested in that, let us know. Super excited to be a part of all of that. All right, we see the Marvels are setting up for their Fortnite goodies, but it does look like I can see the Eagles coming at ya, dropping down onto the Fortnite map, ready to rumble, as we now see them setting up. Got a couple mix and matches here as they move their computers just a little bit, but it looks like LMG King, Clutch MJ, Neon Ridge will figure them out eventually. As they're now dropping on in. Swim is trying to hold an outer position here to try to get some intel, possibly. It is possible that they could be dropping on another group, so they have to be pretty careful, especially with this dark nighttime zone. It's gonna be hard to see any of those players. As I say that, but no, it comes on up to the daytime, so now all those players are gonna be revealed, and hopefully the Eagles are gonna have enough gear to come at them and come out on top. Neon Ridge driving a car into a house. Not recommended in real life, but Fortnite can do anything, so not too big a deal there. Oh, in the meantime, we do have the Marvels in a fight here. Hexy1X and Taco Time on the aggressive. Hexy1X with that bow. Taco Time with also a bow. Oh, an unfortunate misfire coming out from Taco Time. Hits the tree in front of him, igniting it, getting rid of that cover. Finds some eliminations onto, not some eliminations, but some shots onto them. J-Maker, though, is in a bad way on that car. Hexy1X and Taco Time. Taco Time does go down in a bad position there out in the open. Is going to get fully eliminated. Unfortunate. But Hexy1X is swimming through. He is down. Is going to be able to be picked up, but has to find cover first, probably. J-Maker in the fight. Nightmare, though, is going to be able to try to pick him up. Gonna pick him up, bring him in. J-Maker keeping him distracted so that possibly Hexy1X is going to be able to get res. J-Maker does go down, giving a point out to them. The storm also coming. That res needs to get off quicker, and they need to get into that storm circle. Going to be tough for the Marvels here as they need to race against the storm. Hexy1X is not at a very good life total, and it looks like the other teams are also doing the same, kind of defending away from the storm. Hexy1X is going to push up regardless to try to get some eliminations with his very low health. J-Maker, though, going to try to play a little bit more safe and holding out the end there. Sorry, is it J-Maker? No, it is Nightmare. Excuse me. Nightmare, though, playing a little bit of safe. Going to try to find those reboot cards there so that they might be able to get the team back together. Going to grab Hexy1X's reboot. Trying to find that reboot truck so that they can get the team back. I'm not sure if he has more than one reboot, though. So it looks like Nightmare might just have Hexies. At 20 seconds, 30 seconds remaining for that reboot card on Hexy. So I imagine that Taco Time, J-Maker, unfortunately not able to come back there. Checking on over with the Eagles. They do have, looks like they have their full team, so they are not as deep into the circle as the Marvels are, but they have a full team getting that gear up. Fortunately, it looks like Swim is the only one with a substantial amount of purple weaponry. So that's going to be pretty tough. The Eagles just don't have as much gear as they might want. So we'll see if they're slowly looting up to try to make up that differential. Go back to the Marvels, as now we see XE1X and Nightmare. Ooh, and Taco Time, even, it looks like. Is that true? No, just the two. So I think it's Nightmare and Hexy 1X, as we see. Could also be Taco Time. I'm not 100% sure, but we do have two players up. As they're now, it looks like they're possibly retreating from a couple fights. So that's going to be a good play there. So we're still keeping an eye on both teams here. It looks like Hexy 1X and Nightmare, the last two for the Marvels, gonna play the circle a little bit, play a little bit more passive, as they only have 2 of their 4 members. Not gonna be very conducive to winning fights, as now they are on the edge of that circle, on the outside of the circle even, just trying to get as much resources and materials as they can. Doesn't look like there is too many enemies in sight, however. And with that in mind, let's go check out the Eagles, which kind of more of the same here. Actually, never mind. LMG King in a fight. Kind of out in the open, though. Needs to be pretty careful here, as he's gonna get popped. He's not able to hold up his protection. Looks like everyone with the bows has a lot of utility. Swim pushing up very hard. The rest of the team, though, looks like Neon Ridge does go down fully. Swim also going down, unfortunately. But Clutch MJ and LMG King kind of late to the party here. LMG King retreating, possibly? Yeah, LMG King definitely retreating. Or not, Clutch MJ definitely retreating. LMG King being the last one. So Clutch MJ is going to try to possibly get those reboots. But for now, gonna have to retreat and possibly get play the circle here, so that they could get a little bit more points as part of the placement. Has the car to do it, though, as he can be very mobile now and stay alive a lot more easily. So we'll see what Clutch MJ can do to try to bring a little bit more points. As we know from the rest of the season, the points are spread out in such that you get a point for each elimination, and you get a couple points depending on your placement. And so, with the rest of the team down, it's going to be very hard to get significant amount of eliminations. And because of that, they're going to be trying to get some more placement points. And with that in mind, even, points are doubled this week. We have a little bit of a ramping system. Next week, points are going to be tripled. And so these points are going to make a big difference in the grand scheme of things, as there's a little bit of a catch-up mechanic. And so if the Eagles or the Marvels are going to be able to get a lot of points in these last couple weeks, like, it's going to skyrocket them up to a higher position there. Now, I don't think it'll put them in the beginning position, because they would have probably had to do just as well throughout. And so we'll see what that's going to be all about. Let's go back on to the Marvels now, as we see Still got Hexy 1X, and we still got Nightmare. Looks like Nightmare is still, looks like in the car. And it could be Taco Time, but I believe Nightmare was the one that res Hexy 1X. So I'm not quite sure. 100% Hexy 1X. And looks like that right there. They're already getting shot as they run through. Looks like they... Oh, the circle is very tight for the Marvels team. Looks like the game is just about wrapping up. And now the Marvels are going to need to retreat. We do see the player in the Taco Time position. I believe it is Taco Time. Is getting converged upon and gets shooken down. And now Hexy 1X is going to have to retreat a little bit because now they're not aware of where Hexy 1X is. And so now it's just Hexy 1X here. Just Hexy 1X, and now Hexy is going to need to pull something out of nowhere. With one player remaining, Hexy 1X is going to be tough for him. Get a better view of Hexy 1X here. In the meantime, I'm checking out over the Clutch MJ on the Eagles. It looks like Clutch MJ is still alive. And so hopefully able to at the very least survive for the longest amount of time. Like I said, it's going to be very hard with only one player for both sides, the Marvels and the Eagles. It'd be very hard for either team to come out of nowhere with some eliminations against other groups of possibly 4 or 3. Just not, the numbers just do not favor those teams. And so it'd be wise of them to play it very, very safe, play it sneaky, hide away, and survive as long as possible, and possibly even get lucky with a little bit of scrounging, a little bit of vulturing from one of the teams. And as I say that, Hexy 1X is getting shot at. Gonna need to retreat using those arrows, but looks like it's just not working for him. And so he's gonna have to just use those legs that he's got and start running, using that building to cover him up to make sure he is defended. Right, Hexy 1X now possibly pushing through. The circle is very small. We see on the point that there are 8 members remaining, minus Hexy 1X. That's 7 players that Hexy 1X has to endure through. And because of that, it's going to be pretty difficult. Has a shot, doesn't elect to take it because of that sneakiness. You got to try to survive as much as possible so that they can get those placement points. And so that's what we're being looking for with Hexy 1X. Just keeping an eye, using that high ground, using the building to keep them alive and well. Very good overlook. Oh, he's going to elect to aggress here into the circle using those arrows. Going to push up and get the scrounge off. Looks like the player was just none the wiser and gets the elimination. That's going to be big for Hexy and the team, getting a quick point there. Actually, 2 points because points are doubled. That's even going to put his position a lot higher as well. Going to use that loot to heal up as well. A very big, good play for Hexy 1X, able to get that quick kill while the player was looting and just was none the wiser there. Now after that, Hexy 1X is going to hide up. He's going to start being a little bit more safe here. In the meantime, let's go check out Clutch MJ on the other side, doing a little bit of the same, but is kind of in the thick of it in this big system here. Is going to get aggressed upon and is going to need to power up to survive. Gets knocked out into the storm. Not looking very good for them. As now Clutch MJ doing the same as what we saw Hexy 1X. And even looking now, as we're watching Clutch MJ get aggressed upon, we did see Hexy 1X did go down, and they eventually placed third, but that third place. It could have been fourth. It could have been fifth. And it was very well played by Hexy to stay alive and get those extra points as much as possible. And now we're going to see if Clutch MJ is going to be able to do the same as he now goes through. Going to use those metal buildings to survive and stay alive. It is just Clutch MJ left on the team. I'm sure the Eagles using that edit peak is going to be a big boon to allow him to see a lot more. Little bit of a tech for the Fortnite players there, as Clutch MJ now using that to get a little bit more cover. He sees the edit buildings coming out in front of him. Seems to be aware of the other team. Looking at that screen, it looks like there are 6 players minus Clutch MJ. That's 5 players he has to kill. I mean, that's 2 squads possibly. He's gonna aggress. He's gonna push up onto them and even gets a little bit of damage on maybe an NPC, maybe a player. This is very close for Clutch MJ. Can he come in clutch? That is the question. You see a lot of players jumping around using the same strategy that we've seen all throughout the Marvels and the Eagles games. Oh, big shot onto him. Probably a sniper from a distance, unable to get through. He's going to bounce around as well, doing the same. It's just so hard to hit while you're getting rocketed around. And so he's going to come in from the behind. Maybe they're not aware. There are 2 squads remaining. And so maybe he's going to be able to converge a little bit on there and catch them on the Wiser. Goes down to a very low amount of health. 14 health remaining. Needs to retreat so that he could possibly survive. Second place, though, is not too bad. And again, that's just at that playing so darn well. Is going to be able to survive. You know, 1 person versus 3. There's no way he was going to win that. But he still managed to get second place at the end of it. And that's going to be a lot of points in favor of the Eagles. Same for the Marvels. So you love to see it. Very good playing from both teams. We'll be right back as we set up for these silver games as we're getting ready for that. Stick around. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks. It looks like we are having a little bit of technical issues here, as we have Magicat and Swabby dropping on in to the Marvel's Fortnite game. We'll see what they can do as they drop in. Down 2 players, unfortunate for today. He's not able to get the queue on. The Eagles are just about to be setting up here as we get going. So we'll see as they are just about ready to get going there. So right now we have Magic Cat on that. You can see we're not getting quite everyone here. Oh, never mind. There's Swabby there. Looks like we just had a small little hiccup for that. But now we are rolling here in this match. Magicat and Swabby raring to go, ready to roll, getting that gear, getting that slurp juice, making sure they get those shields, and we'll see how they do. And so we are going here. Magicat and Swabby. Swabby able to get, a purple rifle. That's not too shabby for him. As we're getting those going. Now, 2 players down this time around. Not going to be too easy for the Marvels to fight, but I think they have the guts to do it. I think they are raring to go. I mean, 2v4 is not impossible, that's for sure. And I think the Marvels have within them to win those 2v4s. But I mean, not if they're tipping cars, though. Oh, there we go. Never mind. They're able to fix that right back up. So, ready to roll. And with that car and some pretty decent gear, it looks like. Looks like they're rolling out and looking for some eliminations. Magic Cat coming on the outside, keeping watch. Looks like they have a little bit of ways to go to the circle, but plenty of time to get to it. And so got Magic Cat driving that car, coming to grab the gas at the gas station, you know, as you do. As you do. Feeling that up. Actually, even grabbing a refill of the gas can, you know, nowadays that's pretty frowned upon at this point. But, you know, it's Fortnite though, so we're here. We're here, we're rolling. Just to check in, the Eagles are still trying to set up a little bit. It looks like it's taking them a little bit of time to get into the game. And so there's that. So we're still waiting on them to get in. We got MJ King, LMG King, and Link Boss 25. They will be joining us in just a moment. They're just waiting for the rest of the Fortnite teams to be ready. But in the meantime, we got the Marvelous Marvels. I feel like that's been said before. Marvelous Marvels? Gotta be. Could they be the Fantastic Marvels? But there's only 2 of them. Ha 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 ha! No. I'm trying. Ooh, Swabby getting that chicken. There you go. Able to get the bones. Able to craft now with this new Fortnite update that we've seen for a couple weeks now. It's going to allow them to take their primal gear and upgrade it. It's also how you get those, I believe that's how you get those really strong bows that you saw a lot of players using to propel themselves a great distance very far, very quickly. Like there's the grenades that you can use, but the arrows just sometimes are a little bit better. They go a little bit more predictably. And so those bows and then the fire arrows, the explosive arrows, kind of very strong in this Fortnite season, and we see it a lot. Saw it last game with the gold teams. Oop, a little bit of a hookup there for the connection possibly. Swab, there we go. Still waiting on those Eagles to get into that game. Oh, it looks like they might have missed it, unfortunately. So, Eagles are going to have to come back for the next round so that they can be all ready for that round. Ooh, that's something I'm not familiar with. A little cape on that. Makes you... Oh, okay. I've heard that it turns you into animals, which is really cool. I wish I could do that. So, Magicat with a Druidic cape or something that's able to turn into animals. That's going to be pretty powerful for Magicat. Maybe Magicat could actually turn into a magic cat. I'm not so sure about that, though. Fortnite, you can do anything, though. So we'll see. We'll see.